Hello and welcome to Shoreline Music Monthly. My name is Mark Koshwitz and we have a fantastic show for you this month. On the Cabinet of Curiosities, we're going to look at an instrument from far away, the Taisho Koto. I had a lot of fun putting that together. I think you'll enjoy it. And in the studio with me right now, I have a band out of Durham, Connecticut. The Kings of Karma are with me here today. Welcome, gentlemen. Glad you could make it.
Thank you for having us.
So you guys are the Kings of Karma, so perhaps we should let the audience know who you are individually and maybe what you do when you're in the Kings.
Got it.
My name is Lou Rascati, and I'm the lead vocalist in the Kings of Karma.
My name is Michael Satin, and I play drums for the Kings of Karma.
And I'm Mike Zito, and I play the guitar, and I sing the harmony parts with Lou.
All right, gentlemen, that's awesome. Glad you could make it. We're going to turn these guys loose in just a minute, but we're going to do a little chat here and find out a little more about them, because I don't get out Durham way very often, which it's not very far from here, so I have no excuse. So you folks do a mix of covers, original music.
We do.
We're going to focus here on your original stuff.
Yep.
Now, how do you handle writing in a group environment? Do you have a writer, or do you all do it, or?
Yeah, pretty much Mike and I do the writing on the songs. It's a collaborative thing. We kind of just sit there. We know the melody already. Mike's worked that out pretty much, and then we look for the right words. You know, it's nothing thought out too much, and it just kind of comes, and we just do it.
Happens organically usually. A lot of times I'll bring a guitar piece to practice and sit down and play the guitar part. Lou may go away and write some words. We may write some stuff on the spot. Once we get the melody worked out, we'll start working on harmony parts. And then after we've got something that's suitable, we bring Mikey in, and he completely adds a whole nother element to these songs. He just adds these rhythms that are amazing. And so for a little three-piece band, we really do make a lot of noise.
I would give anything for you to get this right. I gave my home and my soul for half of my life. You gave all you had up to the end. So don't pretend that now we're just friends. Won't you come back home? I'm tired of living all alone. My life's been dry as a bone. Gotta make you see. I know you're the one for me. Am I the one for you? I ask these questions all the time. Could it be we're through? All the pain that we've been through, well, was it in vain? last chance with you two to get this right. I've waited so many days. Could this be the night? Can you give me a sign that will set my mind right? Turn your back on me, it's for the rest of our lives. Won't you come back home? I'm tired of living all alone. My life's been dry as a bone. Gotta make you see. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Age a little.
Yeah.
So like 2011, I guess, was the start of this?
We had a band called the Karma Brothers for a little bit, and that kind of dissolved. And Lou and I were looking for something to continue with our passion for making music, and we also wanted to make sure that our families could be a part of it. You know, I'd come from this background of playing a lot of clubs and bars, and you know, getting home at 3 o'clock in the morning with $50 in my pocket. And when my third daughter,
Time well spent.
Yeah, exactly. But when my third daughter came around, my wife decided that perhaps I should pursue another passion. And so this is a way to actually continue that, because it really is a family-centric thing. Our families, our wives, and our children all come to these shows because we largely do family-friendly stuff. Fundraisers, the Durham Fair, movie nights.
A lot of community stuff.
A lot of community stuff.
Great. That's you know, we embrace that here, certainly. And so by all means, you know, forward any of those events. You know, we'll get them up on the Shoreline Music Monthly page too, because we focus on local musicians playing original music, but also a lot of the things that musicians, they're always pitching in.
Yeah.
You know, you're playing the fundraisers,
Yeah.
you know, the raffle prize, you know, all this stuff going on. And so we like to shine a light on that. And it's, you know, it's guys like you out there playing these things that help folks raise money and get the interest for people to come in. I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
We really did set this goal of like becoming the community band for Durham and Middlefield. Like if they had an event and they needed a band, we wanted to be the ones that they go to. And so that's the goal, and that's what we continue to work towards. We're not there yet, but it's definitely happening.
Nice.
They know they could tug at our purse strings too and get us for free.
Yeah.
For the benefits and everything else. It's like, yeah, we'll do it.
Sure.
Why not?
So you're playing the fair this year,
We
too,
are,
right?
Yeah, we're playing the fair this year.
Do you know the date or the
Yeah,
time?
we're playing Sunday, I think at 3 o'clock on the green stage.
All right,
So people
very
can come
nice.
to the Durham Fair on Sunday and check us out up on the green stage. The green stage is actually a really interesting place. They have a lot of folks that do kind of have a stripped down kind of setup, not a lot of huge bands there, and it's perfect for us. And 2 years ago, they put a wine tasting tent in. So we play right outside of the wine tasting event. So there are folks going in and out, enjoying themselves, and they'll come over to the fence and sit and watch us play for a half hour, hour. And we're actually on this year for an hour and a half.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice set.
Yeah.
The two seem to go good together too, the liquor and the music. When you mix the two. it
Tends
makes
to
for a good
loosen
combination.
the audience up
Yes.
a little bit.
They
It sure
didn't
does.
have that at the Durham Fair for years.
That's
so,
right.
yeah.
And you guys have played the Durham Fair several years running now.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. 5 out of 6 last 6
So
years.
you may have achieved that, you know, the house band for
Yeah.
Durham.
Yeah. We're definitely working on it, that's for sure.
Oh, it seems so unhappy, tired of being days. These days. These days are meant to be. You're full of words, your mind just ain't in. Trying to keep okay. I've heard the same thing so many times from you. Trust me, next time I'll be there. These days. These days. These days. These days. These days are meant to be. It's what you made me. Now say me or you. Began to play me when I came to believe in you. It's what you made me. Now say me or you. Began to play me and I came to believe in you. Always seems so unhappy, tired of being nothing. Just what kind of fool are you? Bathing in your spotlight, watching you wreck all things. I guess we'll move right through you too. These days. These days. These days. These days are meant to be.
Hello and welcome to Cabinet of Curiosities. This month on the Cabinet, you'll be forgiven if you've never seen or heard of this month's entry. It'd be considered far less strange in its natural habitat of Japan. It's kind of an odd instrument. It's possibly best summed up as a cross between a mountain dulcimer, if you're familiar with that. It probably could be its own cabinet entry one of these months, and a typewriter. It is the Taisho Koto. It was invented in 1912, initially called the Kiki Koto. Koto is a Japanese harp, so there's a kind of a family of them where they're differentiated with the first term. So it was initially named the Kiki Koto. I believe Kiki meant chrysanthemum. Don't get it. But because it was invented in 1912, which was just the beginning of the Taisho imperial era, it was renamed the Taisho Koto after the current emperor. This was invented by a Nizaburo Kawaguchi. And there's a theory that he had traveled abroad a bit, and when he had come back from a trip to the United States, he came up with the idea of using typewriter-like mechanisms, keys, to affect the note change of a traditional two-string Japanese harp. And initially there was one drone string and one string that would be changed. So prevailing wisdom has it that he actually saw in either the United States or Europe a typewriter. This was 1912, and that's where he got this idea. And you could see it in the way that they're still laid out today. They still look very much like typewriter keys. So since this is a traditional Japanese instrument, I thought it might be fitting if I were to learn a traditional Japanese folk song. And this is Sakura Sakura, also known as the Cherry Blossom Song. So for your enjoyment. What exactly is the Taisho Koto? Well, it's a stringed instrument. As mentioned, it's in the family of Japanese harps or zithers. This one comes with a really cool pick holder on it. They're now most often a 6-string, and there are 2 drone strings. They're all tuned to G, all the strings, but there is 3 different octaves. 2 different octaves in the 2 drone strings, and then the 4 strings that are influenced actually by the key mechanism are the same. The higher pitched drone string is repeated, and then there are 3 strings tuned in unison, 1 more octave higher than that. And what happens now is when you strum, you're always going to get the 2 drone strings. They'll remain unchanged. They're all tuned to G, tuners similar to what would be on a guitar. The strings now come across, and 2 of them, the drone strings, stay free of the fretboard. The others are changed when you press one of these keys. This lever comes down and then holds them against the fret, changing the sounding. The strings just come, they have you could see the 2-3 levels of the bridge, and they're just strung across. 4 of them will go across the fretboard. 2 drones stay away from that. So all these strings are all tuned to varying Gs. So open, they're all G. The way that this is laid out is the keys are actually numbered, and it's just set up like the keys on a piano keyboard. The white keys are all straight notes. Your sharps and flats are the black keys. The way it's laid out, they're actually in the key of C, even though they're all strung and tuned to G, because your starting point, your number 1, is C. But of course, you're always playing at least 2 notes that are always G. So your typical do, re, mi scale is all the white keys, and your sharps and flats are laid out on the keyboard. This one has actually got a pickup in it, so you can actually run it through an amp, and that makes it nearer and dearer to my heart. All right, well, thank you once again for watching Cabinet of Curiosities. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the Taisho Koto. I'm going to send you off. I played a traditional Japanese song earlier. I'm going to send you off with something far more current and far more Western, and maybe some of you might know it. We'll find out. So remember, if you can coax a sound out of something, even something that looks as strange as this, you could probably play it. We'll see you next month. Now, what's the rest of the scene out that way? I mean, are there other venues, fairs, other things like that, or?
There's not a lot, actually. There are no real bars in Durham that have live music. We've done a couple of like little bistro things where we've gone in and just sat with an acoustic guitar and sang some songs. Perk on Main is one of them. But also too, like anytime they have a dedication, we do a summer sound series every year. We go down to Allenbrook Park. And you can bring a cooler, and you can bring your blanket, and
Oh, nice. Is that a series that they run?
They do, yeah. I'm not entirely sure what they're going to do about it this year, but the last 3 or 4 years, they've had somebody like each Wednesday night.
Nice.
And, it's in August usually. Yeah, and it's a really good time.
Community comes out. You get good 100 people. They bring their coolers, they bring their food. And
is there an ice cream truck?
There is an ice cream truck.
There is an ice cream truck, because it's by a bunch of fields, too, so there's a bunch of kids, too. So it's actually a really good time. That's just like movie night, pretty much. A lot of young kids there, from our kids who are 8, 9 years old now up into the high school kids that come down.
Yeah.
Now I feel old. My son just got married. He's 26.
We are all old.
Yeah, no doubt.
There's no doubt about
But
it.
you're still playing music.
Absolutely.
That's a beautiful thing.
That'll never stop.
Yeah.
I still love you, baby, even when you're not around. I still love you, baby, never wanna let you down. I did not go to Harvard, it never was my plan. With you by my side, girl, I'll be all I can. When I'm bleeding blue, I just think about you and all that we've been through, and how I still love you. Here we are together, we've been through it all, but we're standing strong forever. Who knew love could last this long? Even when you're not around, I still love you, baby. Never wanna let you down. When I'm bleeding blue, I just think about you and all that we've been through, and how I still love you. I still love you, baby, even when you're not around. I still love you, baby, never gonna let you down.
Well, thank you once again for watching Shoreline Music Monthly, and I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the Taisho Koto, and I want to thank the guys from Kings of Karma for coming down and filling the station with music. Appreciate that. Remember, you folks are all the local in the local music scene, so get out and see a show, and we'll see you next month.